And we are back with another incredible episode of Cornhole and other things. But first, we just want to thank our sponsor, Draggin Bags. Sean's wearing the sexy jersey right now.
I am.
Ooh. But, I mean, if you want to look half as good as him,
Didn't even say
or throw a quarter of his ability, you can just start by heading over to dragginbags.com because it's just going to start you off by making you a better thrower.
I even matched my hat.
You really did. I mean, Sean color coordinated today. I mean, as did I. I mean, I
had to look cute.
Dare to be different shirt, and my little pickle hat. So, you know, gotta rock it. But anyways, we're getting off topic because Draggin Bags is the topic of the town right now. So go over to dragginbags.com and just grab a bag. Even if you're just like, I don't know if this one's for me. Guess what? It is. It's going to be for you because you break it in the way you like it. And it's just going to feel like butter. And you're going to be thanking us at the end of the day.
And don't fall in love with one series.
No. Again,
I see that so many people now only throw like one
the
certain
bag switch can happen.
I'm
So
telling you, you don't know what is going to be best for every scenario.
Yes.
And the best part about it is Draggin Bags has a solution for
and I'm
every
still
one of
waiting
those
for it to be a
scenarios.
common thing. I want to see the stop mid-match and go over to my bag, grab maybe a slightly stickier set of Draggin Bags, you know, and then head out to the boards and proceed the game and become a tactician. So head over to Draggin Bags and pick your sets up today. Drop code BIGASS12 at checkout. It's going to save you money over again at Draggin Bags
with a Z.
.com.
Do it.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Big Ass Cornhole Show with Sean and Dane, the host you know, talking cornhole life and random fun. Grab a beer, let's get it done. From tossing bags to let's wild ride, tune in and join the party, don't you hide. It's the Big Ass Cornhole podcast time with Sean and Dane. It's always prime. With Sean is prime.
You're welcome. You're so welcome.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Sean and Dane are with you as always. What's going on, man?
You're a little tired after that dance routine.
I see you out of breath. All right. Well, because he's out of breath, we're jumping right into it. Dane, let the folks know we're sipping on in our favorite segment called "What You Drinking."
Oh, hang on. Let me get over to it. What you drinking?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I brought downstairs.
I guess the question this week is like, what aren't you drinking?
Exactly. But we started off with
the
Jameson Orange Spritz.
I cannot recommend this enough. I think.
Yo, these are great.
Like now that it's going, weather's getting warm. This might be my summer jam.
Yeah, dude,
it's sold
fantastic.
in a 4-pack for a
like,
reason. A 7 or 8?
Like 7 something, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, 7%.
Yeah, it's.
Is it sad that I can taste 7% on my tongue, like, and I know what that is?
Scary how easy they go down.
Oh, dude.
And they taste delicious and it's not overly carbonated. Yeah, so if you're looking for something that's like not beer, you want a little spritz. Dude, I can't recommend the Jameson enough.
Yeah, and honestly, like you get the Jameson in there.
And now I'm going with a little dessert.
Oh yeah.
All right. After the light, refreshing meal, I'm going with the Southern Tier Classic 2 times IPA, the double IPA 8.2 IPA. It's so good. Like it's just their standard double IPA, and it's a banger.
You can't go wrong.
You really can. And these weren't even cold, mind you. And
no, I mean
it doesn't
they're
even
still
matter.
delicious, but
Doesn't
just
even matter.
one more piece on this Jameson. Though.
Oh, please elaborate.
It's not orange soda.
No,
in it. All right, so it's more like an Orangina. So think like mimosa vibes. All right, like this thing's refreshing AF. So give it a whirl.
AF,
yo. I'm trying to get hip. Look at the hat. Got the pickle hat.
I know.
Courtesy of you,
for sure. Yeah,
pickles all day. Yeah, 2 years ago.
4-play podcast hat, I think. It is.
A little pickleball.
Ooh. All right, so we have more audio gold planned for you this week. We're going to kind of recap our thoughts on some of the information that we learned from Trey last week. We have some dramatic readings, and then we're joined by Graham and Josh of the Just Boarded podcast. They're a new podcast out of England, from London.
I sound like you're from London.
You do.
Right that?
Yep. So we had them
Pip,
on.
pip.
Super interesting. We did another draft this week. The draft from last week seemed to go very well. We'll touch on all that stuff. But this week's draft, buckle up, because it was coolest aquatic animals.
It was a great one.
And it was a great one.
Loved it.
It was just so great. I love the fact that it was so random.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we
all came
all
prepared, too.
interpreted coolest a different way. So
Very true.
I loved it.
Very true. Okay. But before all that, we're going to let you know what's going on in our lives in a segment we call In and Around the Hole.
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
All right. So happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Okay. Hot take. Maybe not a hot take. I think Easter is super overrated as a holiday.
In a religious sense, as a Christian, it really isn't.
Okay.
All right. So let's not belittle that. But as far as like
Depending on where you're at in your that sense, it's
which okay. I get that. But as far as like the gift giving and stuff, I don't think it's necessary. I think it's more of a day to like. It's like Thanksgiving to me.
If you want to make it a
be.
religious holiday, I'm cool with it. But it's like all that, like if you want to give my kids some chocolate, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's the amount of knick-knacky bullshit that I just cleaned up out of my house that we then bring like, I'm not even exaggerating, 2 garbage bags full of shit that I'm going to just throw away in like a month. Like, why do I need to transport that from one house to another? You don't have to. And my mother-in-law goes overboard, and it's like, it's awesome, right? It's like she spoils my kids rotten, and it's awesome. It's just like, I dread the after holiday experience when we get home. Because then they're just shit all over our house forever until we have time to clean it up, which we're looking at our calendars like, oh, well, we're fucking busy like every fucking day.
That's true. I mean, believe me, I feel you. We don't even have kids, and we got so much shit for
the one
Easter.
thing I will say for Easter, the last 3 years, it's been beautiful weather. I was in Pittsburgh the whole weekend. It was like 70 degrees and sunny all weekend. I actually, on Saturday, me and my brother-in-law went to the Guardians Pirates game.
Yeah.
Now, the original plan was we were going to bring the kids.
Mm-hmm.
His son couldn't go. They wanted to go hang out with like his in-laws for like Easter and stuff.
Okay.
So he got out of it.
So he got
The original weather, though, forecast was supposed to be like 50,
it was supposed to be like
overcast,
crappy.
probably rain. So we're like, we didn't even know if we were going to go to the game. So I talked to my wife, who was going to be going with her mom to like a play that afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to watch kids for a little bit. I'm like, she said, oh, my dad will watch them for a little bit. You can just go to the game. So me and my brother-in-law went to the game, got to see Skeens pitched. We were 4 rows back from the Pirates dugout.
That's
got
sweet.
to watch, why am I blanking on his name, Dane? DH, rookie.
Manzardo.
Just absolutely yak one out of the stadium. He was the 51st player ever to reach the water, hitting it out of the stadium. And
He's an
just
impressive poppy
Oh,
bat.
dude, it's just
disgusting.
a cock shot.
Yeah.
And mind you, it's different when you go to a Pirates Guardians game because obviously AL, NL, they're not like super rivals. You still have a little bit of the Cleveland versus Pittsburgh, but it's more respectful.
Yeah.
So it's fun banter. Like the whole time. Obviously, we're going against Skeens. The night before, we just put up 10 runs. I'm going into this game thinking we're probably going to lose like a close one, maybe like 2-3 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just how it is.
It's hard to
Skeens
get the
pitching.
bats going against
Yeah,
a guy
they're
like
doing
Skeens.
bobblehead night. The kid's an amazing pitcher. You know, it's just it's going to be tough. But Pirates have like a minor league offense, which helped us tremendously. Guardians end up winning. But when Manzardo hit that home run, I let every single person around me know.
I am from Cleveland. That is my player.
But I will give credit. I've been to a decent amount of like baseball stadiums. I will say Pittsburgh might be the most beautiful stadium. Like
It's a great stadium.
When you had the seats that we had, where you're sitting along the third base line and you're looking out to right field where like the river is and stuff and the bridges are in the background. And when it's a nice day out, this is a really tough view to beat. It really is. It's a beautiful,
very beautiful view.
It's just a shame that like 90% of the chanting from the game was sell the team.
Yeah.
Like it's such a shame because they have a beautiful stadium. They have a fan base that like is just craving the Pirates to be good.
Yeah.
But they just like, and then you have like first of all, you watch Skeens pitch in person. And you just realize, I don't understand how anyone ever hits the ball off him. Every release looks exactly the same. And the ball just explodes. And it's just in the catcher's mitt. And like, a blink of an eye.
I mean, he's like Andrew Miller.
It's crazy,
Just
man.
better.
Yeah,
already.
dude. It's super talented. It was really it was fun to watch him pitch. He wasn't getting the benefit of the doubt like on some of the close strike calls. And again, he had no run support.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to be a pitcher in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's a guy that could literally he could win the Cy Young a la God, somebody did it. Who was it that did it for the Mets with like a losing record? But he had like the best ERA.
Syndergaard?
Was it Syndergaard?
Or I think you're talking to someone else. I know who you're talking about, Dane.
Yeah. But anyways,
he ended up getting hurt like the next year.
That could be what we see from Skeens. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
could
I
literally give up 2 runs all season as a starting
100%.
pitcher.
Yeah.
And have the best ERA.
Yeah.
And win a Cy Young and lose 12 games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
I will say it's
sucks.
crazy to see how professional hitters adjust because the Guardians clearly had done their homework and they were like, listen, he likes to throw fastballs early in the count to get ahead.
Yeah.
Just go out swinging. And like he was, I mean, the Indians were hitting him hard early on. So it's just, I don't know. I love baseball.
We have a sneaky good lineup. We have a lot of guys that just make contact, which
correct.
is
We're a small ball team with some guys with potential that
we
can
have
go
some
long
guys
ball.
with pop, but we're not going to
No.
be crushing. Like
We're gonna
no
need
one's going to eclipse 40 home runs
No.
on our team this
It's
year.
just situational baseball, good bullpen, but we got to address the Class A issue. They need to get rid of him, man.
I called it.
They need to.
I
know.
believe I said it on this podcast. If you want to go back to
I
the
think
World
you're right.
Series, and I said,
I think you're right.
Class
man.
A's career as a closer in the MLB is done after his performance against the Yankees, and yeah, it's continuing now.
And before the Yankees, if we're being fair, because he sucked in the series
against
before.
Detroit too. Yeah, I'm just saying the playoffs ruined him last year, and as a closer, we talk about mental fortitude and cornhole all the time. Think about being a closing pitcher. If you don't have that confidence, then guess what? You're getting shelled.
I think if you put him in the 7th inning, he's fine. He's lights out. But something about the ninth,
the ninth
he just
inning's
lost
a
it.
different beast, and honestly, it's a different approach for hitters.
You got to go out like John Rocker, like just thinking you're the motherfucker, and he just doesn't have it right now. He lost his swag.
Yeah,
and I saw it. And like even the game that I went to, we still ended up winning. I think it ended up being 4-0, right? It still was 4-0, but he still gave up 2 hits, and we ended up getting a double play to get him out of it.
Yeah,
like it was still like not great, and they were hitting it, and he needs to forget that he throws a goddamn slider.
No,
Like,
he
Jesus
is
Christ.
he is a contact like closer. He's not known for like blowing it by guys. Like, yeah, he throws it hard, but he wants the contact.
But what I'm saying is he's hanging
Everyone's
his
hitting
slider
it. Yeah,
up in
everyone's
the zone,
hitting
dead
the
center.
shit out of it now,
He's
though. That's
missing
the
his
problem.
spot so bad. Yeah. Anyways,
So it sucks, but luckily I think they'll make that adjustment here soon. They can't not see it.
do you guys have so like after a holiday, like let's say you're at your in-laws and they have like leftovers and they give it to you.
Yeah.
Do you ever get it in like the containers of like other food? So like an old Cool Whip container or something like that? Have you ever gotten that before?
Have you ever met my in-laws?
I know.
Sean, 90% of the time it's a brand new like glass container from Costco.
But do you know what I'm
They've
talking about,
literally
right?
open- I do. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a Cool Whip or like an old butter
All right,
tin
so
or something. Like
I asked my
Country
wife
Crock.
today. I was doing the dishes, loading after I made the kids dinner and stuff. And I was going to load the dishwasher, and she had brought back dessert from her parents' house, like in like a Cool Whip container,
Yeah.
and she put it in the sink. I asked her, and I think in all fairness, tell me if I'm crazy. I asked her, I'm like, are we keeping this? Like, as in, like, do I need to wash this and put this in the dishwasher? And she looked at me like at first, like I was kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but then she's like, no, I guess you can throw it away,
Yeah, you throw that away.
right?
It's a one reuse is acceptable with something like that.
Okay,
but
so I was
that's-
not out of bounds to ask, though,
Yeah.
right? Like,
no, you're not. Because
I
the
was
amount
assuming
of
that
the
we'd
amount of
throw it away.
Tupperware I have in this house
Dude.
is nauseating. So I'm so done with Tupperware. I secretly throw pieces away because we just accrue them from
dude, that's what I
my
do.
family
Mike.
members all the time.
Dude, I do that with toys. I do that with Tupperware. I do like my wife all the time will be like, "Have you seen that before?" And I'll be like, "I swear I didn't touch it." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I threw that thing away 3 days ago." It's gone. It's
gone.
gone, long gone.
So I did want to touch on a few things from my weekend.
Yes, please.
Saturday, I too went to a sporting event.
Nice.
I went to
Oh, that's
Brown
right.
Stadium and saw the Columbus Crew face off against Inter Miami.
Was Messi there?
Messi was there.
How
he
was it?
started. Dude, you know, I even told my father-in-law because I've seen like Messi play for Inter in a couple matches,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, when he touches the ball in the MLS, you just realize that he's that much better. And it's so true. Like he's
Yeah.
so much faster with his movements and everything's
see
so much more calculated. But
It's
that
like they
being
have
said,
Velcro on their feet.
yeah, I mean,
It's crazy.
MLS is becoming good soccer.
Oh, it is,
It
yeah.
really is. And Columbus Crew, they lost. It was 1-0.
Okay.
Messi didn't score or anything. It was just a great goal by
How was the
Inter Miami.
I love vibes of soccer games, though.
Dude, I will tell you. So this was the largest attendance in that stadium besides an NFL event.
Okay.
They didn't sell 1,000 tickets. So there was 71,000 at it out of the 72.
Oh yeah.
It was nuts. Like I went down. Like Amy couldn't go; she was feeling sick, so I went with her whole family.
Okay.
So it was just me, like solo with her family, but whatever. Like
They
like,
had a good time. Yeah, they're a good time.
So we met at Southern Tier first down
Obviously.
there, crushed a couple beers, got some apps, and then headed over to the game, and then just got a couple beers, sat down for kickoff, and my brother-in-law was coordinating the flyover.
Okay.
For it, so like that's why his kids were in town and stuff, and obviously for Easter too. So it's just like all perfect timing. Anyways, right at halftime, I'm like, "What's soccer match?" Like 2 minutes left in the half, like before the half, and I'm like, "We don't just like get up and go to the bathroom at a soccer match. Like it's about the 15 minutes in between
For sure.
is enough time to like go to the bathroom, go get food,
Not
all
the
that
Brown
stuff."
Stadium though.
So we had club seats.
Oh, okay. Well,
Still a bad mistake. It took the whole 15 minutes for me to
That's the
take a
worst,
piss and then just go get like a drink for me and my father-in-law and come back. But then I sat right down and literally they kicked it off and go. I'm like, okay, like it's really not that bad. I didn't miss like the weird bubble bowling that they or
the
bubble
European
soccer they
bathroom
had.
math. They've gotten it
Yeah.
down to science.
But I just I do love watching like professional soccer in
Oh, yeah.
person. It is beautiful to see.
I watch a lot
like-
of it. Obviously, when I'm with my brother-in-law, he is the director for FC Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So he's constantly betting on soccer. We're watching it, and I do appreciate like how crazy good of athletes they are. And when I go to watch his teams go against like another age group, the same age, like 14, 15, or even high school,
Yeah.
like what he teaches kids, like just how to handle the ball off the air, and like and then you watch professionals and the touch they have. It's pretty crazy. The older I get, the more I appreciate soccer. I just don't have like a rooting interest at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
no,
but I'll watch any match.
exactly. I'll watch without a single skin the game.
Yeah,
I don't
correct.
care. I just want to see good goals, and that's exactly
100%.
what we got. The
That's
one
kind of
goal
how
was
I am
crazy.
with hockey. I just want to see a good match.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care who wins.
Yeah, and I will say it was pretty split on like the amount of fans there
Yeah.
between like Inter and Columbus, but the Columbus like fan club
Yeah.
took up the whole dog pound. So it was just a
Okay.
sea of like black
would
and
be
yellow,
kinda cool.
which was gross to see in that section. But man, like they sang the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
So like it was a good experience.
So I've seen Belgium versus USA.
I was
at
there
that
with you.
stadium, and then we brought the giant American flag to USA versus Jamaica.
Jamaica, yeah.
That was
Jamaica, man.
Phenomenal. The time that I was the most scared in my life, probably.
I've seen
when I got
USA
pulled
versus
over.
Jamaica twice.
Yep.
And then I've seen USA versus Belgium. I saw USA versus Italy. And then the last one was no, it wasn't.
I saw Bayern Munich versus
I think it was Colombia is who I
versus-
saw.
Chelsea, maybe. I can't remember who it was, but I just remember that there was a fan that ran on the field and got a picture with
Wayne Rooney,
Ibro
Imovic,
yeah,
Ibrahimovic,
like took a
yeah.
selfie with him and stuff, and then like
Was it a
held up-
Sultan Ibrahimovic?
It was fun.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah.
We also golfed. We got to go over that
Did you
too.
golf? Oh, we did.
We
golf.
golfed on Thursday.
We did golf on Thursday. We got
quick,
the first
quick niner.
Yeah, it was good. I thought. I mean, I played okay. I think I shot like a 42 or 43, right around there.
Yeah.
I had a triple bogey on a par 3, which murdered my score. But besides that, I played pretty well. And then like I go from a round like that, and I hit balls today at a driving range, and I was just like all over the place. But like I go back to like don't worry about the range session, because like despite not driving the ball all that great all day on that day,
Yeah.
my irons, like I hit enough good shots to keep my score. Like I always had a chance for par.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Besides the triple bogey, like I put one in the water when I was trying to use a brand new club. My dad had a 7-wood. I needed a club like 200. I'm hitting my 3-wood really well now. So it's going like 230. I need a 200 club. My dad gives me 7-wood. I hit it pure, but I just pulled it in water.
Yeah.
So besides that, I thought I played pretty well. Like I was happy. I thought my putting was really good. The greens were kind of slow.
They were,
so I
but
just had to tell myself to putt it. But like I thought my lines were good and chipping was very good. I was happy. I mean, I can't be mad. Like it's first round of the year, just going around hitting the ball.
I putted phenomenally well.
Yeah,
like much better than I anticipated on a slow green
like
to
you
start.
put it perfectly. Like your last 2 holes were you just fell apart.
Yeah, I literally was. I was even par to that point, and then I ended up 4 over.
Yeah,
because I had back-to-back doubles.
Yeah,
so it killed me. Like I put one great shot. I had a perfect drive in the middle.
I was gonna say because both
a
of your
tree
drives,
overhanging. Yeah, they were both good.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the tree was overhanging, and it just clipped one lone branch, and there was water like about 30 yards short in the front. It took just enough off of it that I flew right into it. So I had to lay up and then just yanked my wedge shot in a little bit, chipped up, and then missed that one putt. Next thing you know, double bogey. Like it was just blink of an eye.
In the 9th hole, like by the time we got to 9, it was getting to that point where we could see our drives, kind of, but then by our second shots, they were pretty much blind.
Yeah.
I hit a 3-wood. I knew I shot the pin, and I was like, I think it was 215 or 216, something like that, to the front edge. And it was like 240 at the back. I'm like, all right, it should be 3-wood. I couldn't see it. I just knew when I hit it, I'm like, I hit that really fucking well. And I think it should be. And luckily I left it 10 feet out. So that felt good ending on a hole like that. Still didn't hit my drive. And that was just a long finishing hole, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I mean, I bombed a drive.
Because it was a pretty short hole, but that 9th hole had to be 450.
I had you by like 40 yards up that right side, but it was the wrong side to hit it because I had trees.
That's right.
It like lined in
you were
that
along
side.
that left side?
Yeah. No, I was on the right side.
Okay.
And
That was the one drive I hit well. Like I put it in the middle of the fairway, but I've just been I've been hitting everything off the fucking heel.
Yeah.
And I think even with my irons, because like if I'm missing, right? Now luckily my iron play was good. I did shank one really bad, but I threw a ball down immediately and just hit another one. I'm like, just don't think about that. Like don't let that linger. You're fine. The best shot I probably hit all day was I had to hit like a low, like I did like a stinger, right?
Yeah.
I had a tree right there. I had to keep it under branches, but I had 145 yards. I shot the like where the edge of the line was, and I hit it, and I hit it just too fucking well. Like it ended up going like just in the woods. So I had to punch out a little bit, but I was so happy with like how the shot came out.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's all about just getting that ball contact to have the confidence to hit it again.
But I'm just excited. The weather's starting to turn around here, and I'm very excited. It pissed rain today. I was thinking about trying to sneak out for 9 tomorrow morning before my first patient, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it work.
Well, I mean, if you want, I'm thinking maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I think Wednesday we might hit up the Lakewood food truck park, but Thursday maybe I'll hit that little afternoon 9.
Possibility. I was also thinking, depending on what time we have to be there on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I think my day is going to be Sunday for golfing, though.
Okay.
I mean, I have that whole day.
I don't think I'll be able to make that swing.
Saturday's supposed to be shit, though. It's supposed to rain all morning.
Is it?
Right now, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll have that. All right. So,
I think is it time to
Trey stuff.
Yeah, let's.
What did you think about some of the stuff we found out? So the big news, obviously, the first thing was like they're getting rid of round limited,
which
in competitive outside of teams and celebrity events.
Let's go.
It's not. It's just not. It's a completely different game, and I applaud them for like trying something new. But what they listened, and not enough people liked it.
Yeah,
and I think that looking back on the history of it, I think some people definitely benefited from like that kind of format. And I think that the traditional games to 21, if we need to be like a sanctioned event, right? To move forward and try to get into the Olympics and try to grow this game. You got to be playing the same format universally.
You can't have
21's the format. You got to go to it. I'm very excited for next season. But this year, all right, let's see it out. Like, you know what I mean? Let's do the round limited and see how it goes. And we're still going to get the taste of it in teams events, right?
Yes.
Which is fine. I get it. It's
I
perfect
think that's
format
where
for
it
TV.
belongs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine. But yeah, I thought that was a big news. And then the other one is that he kept using this term grassroots. And the ACL is kind of changing their thought and their kind of their directive.
Their focus, I feel.
Where their focus had been the last few years on growing and making like the premier professional side and competitive side of cornhole.
Yeah.
I think mission accomplished, right? I think Trey was being modest at this one point. They've done a very good job of that. ACL is widely recognized as if you're an ACL pro, you're a pro.
Yes.
All right. Nothing against any other organization, but the ACL has kind of put themselves in that light. Now they're saying they're switching to the grassroots, and I thought it was a very broad term. And the one thing that they were highlighting was this upgrade in technology. Why I think an upgrade in like a website and software is drastically needed. I wonder if they're already too far behind the 8 ball at this point, or if their incentive program is going to be good enough to draw directors to want to use their software. Their software better be fucking good, because Scoreholio right now has like a stranglehold on that kind of cornered bar market that they're kind of going for.
Too easy to run something on Scoreholio. Like, people were choosing Brackalope if they like before Scoreholio and like ACL had anything, and like that's still easier than the ACL stuff. Like, I mean, I'm really hoping that they up the game, like the level of that dramatically. I know, like, I mean, he said they have some, big names in there, but I brought it to the point with their last big name they brought in.
You have to give them the benefit of the doubt, I guess, until you see it. You know what I mean? But like, I do wonder, is just upgrading the software going to be enough to really get the grassroots involved? Now, eventually, across the board, you just want people playing the game, because then if eventually you're going to have enough people that are playing the game that want to take it to that next level and try to be good at it, and that's where you're at. Yeah. So sometimes I feel like, well, I know you've established yourself as like the premier like professional league, but I don't know. Like, I feel like they forgot about the little guys for too long, and that's where a large portion of those people are like, well, fuck that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, like we talk about like the incentives of it. Like, what kind of incentives do you think they would have for like a league to be able to shift entirely over to just using ACL software?
I don't know.
I think it would have to be to the point of like, you get like a certain discount on boards based on like how many members you bring in.
We also know people are very protective over their Scoreholio.
Yes.
Like their SPRs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it's got to have a legitimate like scoring metric, which I know like they have their new, index or whatever, but
the CPI, I think it's called.
Is it as easy to understand as SPR? Because right now everyone just kind of lives by SPR, even throughout all of ACL.
Correct.
So, I mean, it's going to be a really tough sell.
Yeah.
I think the only way you can do it is be like, hey, if you're able to manage, like, let's say you're grassroots, starting at the bare level, we will give you comp level boards, like at like 50% off, like if you need for every 4 sets or something that you need. You got to have some kind of incentive like that.
That's what I'm saying. They have to make
an opportunity to like reach out to like give them direct access to like bag affiliates too, to have the same attempt for a sponsorship for the league. Yeah. Because like bag companies would love that. Be like, yes, I would like to sponsor your league. Like, players can get their bags like for this cut rate.
That's one of the things that regionally bag companies do very well.
Yes.
That has been a very big marketing strategy for companies like Draggin Bags, for companies like BG. Like, they sponsor a lot of leagues across, and that's how you get your name out there. You know what I mean? So it is very underrated.
Yeah, and I think it could be an avenue that they could use as a little incentive. Be like, hey, we can broaden your reach. It doesn't have to be like so local, or like maybe just like we can expand your thought on like who might want to come in and sponsor this thing. So yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of avenues that they could go to try to incentivize, especially new groups. Because we talk about Scoreholio being king right now, but there is room because there is new stuff popping up all the time. That if you can kind of get in at that level too and make it easier to start a league through the ACL software with these incentives, then 100%. If I was a director, I'm going there. Yeah. But then on the flip side, if you want to bring people over, then larger incentives for larger groups. Like if you want Cleveland Cornhole to like stop using Scoreholio and only use ACL, then be like, hey, next year, like since you guys put up 16 sets of boards, like 8 of them will be free. Yeah. Like something like that. Like we will figure like they got to have some kind of big incentive program to get people to jump ship right away. And the only reason I throw boards out there, because to me, that is the number one expense for any league that needs to start up, and lumber is not cheap. So like, no, I think there also needs to be a revisit of what boards are made out of. Yeah. Well, and I know that's a whole different conversation, but there's cheaper materials coming out there now, folks.
Agreed. I mean, it's nice to see that they're like changes are making. I'm going to be very interested to see what it's going to look like next year with 100 pros. And I think that's like it's a big gamble. You know what I mean? Like going that route, it's a big decision to make, and I hope it works out. Like I really do.
But I do like, again, we've talked about liking the thought of like having a little more household names, and
that's where it starts.
Yeah, I think that helps kind of the game become a bigger thing as like a point that you want to reach.
Yeah.
As opposed to like seeing all your like the 20 pros in your area there. Now it's going to be dwindled down to like 6, and they're going to be held to a higher standard.
You're statistically making it easier to make it household name.
Yes.
Because there's less competition.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that the level of competition is going down by any means. I know it's going to be harder in a sense of like the terms of the level of competition, but you don't have to win as many matches to then win the tournament. So
and if they're keeping full brackets like they're doing right now, then it incentivizes people to do the elite program.
Which, yeah, that gets weird because like I feel like if you keep doing that, then why would you even want to be one of the top 100?
I think there's different parts about it.
Yeah.
Like if you're getting a regular salary,
because if you're
or something,
elite, you have the freedom of like not doing it if you don't want to. But if you're pro, you have to do it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, like that's. I feel like there's a lot of people that might be on that fence.
But maybe
like,
you
well,
don't
why
have
would
to
I
pay any of your entry fees now.
No, that's what I'm
stuff
saying.
Like that needs to happen for the pros.
Yeah, that's why I'll be interested to see what happens when it's this top 100. So, all right, let's do some dramatic readings. Let's do it.
In a world where bean bags have brought men to their knees, social media serves as sanctuary for keyboard warriors. Time for the dramatic readings.
It's Addicted to Cornhole, Matt Hansen.
Say handsome?
Who knows who this dude Logan Thomas is? Bet me and a few others on the Ethan Walker Ryan Wiedenfeld game for Big Cash tourney in Topeka, Kansas, for the flyover tourney and lost. Now he is here blocking folks over $20. Yeah, I'm being petty. I'm just so
the old Facebook Messenger bet,
dude.
Is that what's going on here?
I something like that. Like they must have bet like on live stream or something. Dude, I'm just so sick and tired of like people making these posts. Again, like if you're like, yeah, you're being petty of making it, but like you're making the post because you want your $20.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like it if it means that much, you shouldn't be making a post. And like it's just dumb. Don't. First of all, like I can't say it enough. Like how many times are you going to see posts like this to just know? Unless you're doing it in person, you just don't make the fucking bet. You just don't do it
unless you physically see the money in person. You don't make the bet.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless you shake a hand,
have a third party hold the cash.
Yeah.
Okay?
Correct. Yeah. It's just you just can't do it. Like, and I know like it. And I love
people
the cornhole
suck.
Community, but like, yeah, exactly. We get a lot of
we're all people at the end of the day. All right,
That's
so
correct.
people suck.
We're all degenerates at heart.
Very, very true.
All right, we got one more.
Can I read it?
Yeah,
let me read,
please.
I'll read. Ooh, is it
you want to bust out an accent?
Grammatically correct. I don't know if I can.
You get the vibe I'm going for, though.
Addicted to Cornhole.
That's not the one I was going for, but
by Olena Ivenko.
It's better.
Yesterday, I saw someone playing this game on side of road and found it very interesting. Later, I found out it's called Cornhole. It is very common and popular sport in United States. I have never seen this game in my hometown of Ukraine, but this does not affect my interest in this at all. I think this sport is very suitable for relaxing and playing with my friends. Now I hope to meet a friend or teacher who is here willing to teach me some basic skills in this spare time. I will buy you a coffee. Smiley face. Thank you very much.
All right, that was
it decent?
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Way better. Yeah,
yeah,
that was well done.
I
well
thought
done.
it was decently
If you could have done the
Ukrainian.
female Russian accent, would have loved it.
Who's to say that's a female? Okay.
Okay, very true.
You know, Sean, don't identify.
So this is for
people's gender.
all the guys in the comment section that responded to this that didn't realize that this is clearly like just a spam post that we're just like all over that thirst
First
trap.
off, no face photo.
No, it does.
Oh, there's one
Shot.
in there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty blonde, like probably, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Very, yeah. Right up in people's alleys. If it looks like it's too good to be true, guess what, guys? And it's on the internet. Addicted to Cornhole has 127,000 members. It's too good to be true. All right. So she's just not going to just buy you a coffee. She's gonna ask you to send thousands of dollars so she can come back over to train
You
with
pay
you.
for coffee.
Yeah. So just don't.
Please.
This is just a public
It's
service announcement.
$20,000 to
Don't-
get family over.
Don't fall for the pretty blonde girl that's saying that she wants to play cornhole with you. It's not going to happen. Okay. It's just not going to happen.
Because she'll end up wanting to play cornhole with you. You know?
Well said.
You know what I say?
I do know what you say. So public service announcement. Just if you have
PSA.
questions, whether or not it's real, feel free to message us. We'll be a filter for you. But this one seemed to be pretty obvious. But yet when I got to it, there was like 10 guys being like, I'll help. I'm like, oh, God, guys, come on, guys. We're better than this.
Bum, 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 bum. The more you know.
All right. You want to cue the rap horn?
It's time.
It is.
Rap horn time.
Do it. We're trying to do like a different beat there.
Yeah, I was, every time it's just whatever my hand just kind of jacks
Well, you
out.
can find us at YouTube. You can find us at Instagram. You can find us at Twitter or X. And you can find us at TikTok at Big Ass Cornhole.
And the last social media platform left that we're on is Facebook. And it's the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast because we can't drop the
Dane, tell them
thing.
about Draggin Bags, though.
But, thanks again to Draggin Bags, the greatest sponsor in the world. Again, they make you a better thrower just because it's a phenomenal piece of technology used to make this simple
if
game
we can
that
win
much easier.
games throwing them, just imagine what you can do with them in your hand.
Exactly.
Oh my God. We suck, and we still win.
So head over to dragonbags.com, drop code BIGASP12 at checkout, save yourself some money.
And hey, if you find it in your heart and you're like, wow, it's Easter season, he is risen, I think is what they say all the time.
Yes.
It's like, hey, listen, I really want to support these guys. And you just find it in your heart to donate the price of a beer a month. Well, you can do so over at patreon.com/bigasscornhole. And for the price of a beer a month, you can get some bonus content, like the video versions of all their stuff. We do some happy hours, which I think a happy hour is going to be coming up next week.
What?
Yes. Is
with
that
Robin?
time? Yeah, that's what I figured.
Ooh,
right?
yes.
So I think it's going to be a special like Monday happy hour.
We need to figure out the following week because we're going to be... we'll be back on Monday. I guess we could just
we'll
record
be fine.
that. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll be good. So technical stuff. But if you want to help support the show, we greatly appreciate it. It's at patreon.com/bigasscornhole. Just a cool community. We post up all the insider information. If you're looking for bonus content, it's the place to go.
Hell yeah.
And I hope you guys enjoy the interview. Graham and Josh, two interesting dudes. They buddies that got partnered up like 2-3 years ago in a cornhole tournament. They're just huge cornhole fans. They play over in England where the game is still growing. And you'll hear a little bit about the difficulty of like leagues over there trying to find space, but very interesting. Go support them. If you're listening to our show and you're just looking for cornhole content, go check them out. It's called Just Board It Podcast. Right now they're on Spotify. You can follow them on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So go check them out. Really really good dudes. The draft was awesome.
Yes.
Find out, and then we'll be posting that poll on Facebook. So make sure you vote. Your votes do matter.
They do.
All right, because it determines the draft order going forward. We're going to keep a tally. Currently, Dane won the very first one. Somehow he won the greatest athlete.
Greatest athlete. Just absolutely dominated the numbers. No one was even close.
I will say Caitlin's team was very good. I took second place in that one. Caitlin was in third, and then we had the Disney villains draft. I snuck that one out.
Yeah.
Dane took second, and then Trey
I surprisingly
was in that third.
took second. I really didn't think I was going to get second in that one, but enough.
I thought him
and-
getting Darth Vader was a game changer.
for sure.
But I thought
for sure.
some of them were like Abuela
Yeah.
and Oogie Boogie. Two
Dude,
very niche movies. They're very
Niche,
popular, but
in the cornhole community might have.
I'm not arguing
foot
it,
in the
but
door.
maybe just not the voters.
Very true.
So fell just short of that. So I took that one down. So we're tied 1-1 overall series. So your votes do matter. It's going to be for an ultimate prize.
Basically, the people still love us, which is a good thing.
I mean, I'm pretty confident in I won
this one. I know I did.
squad.
I know I took it
you
down,
butchered
dude.
the first
Oh,
pick.
no,
Like
I
you
did
had
not.
it. You got to decide.
I did not.
And you just handed me the pick and a golden platter. But hey, hope you guys
Let's
enjoy
see
it.
who saw Jaws more than Free
All right.
Willy. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
All right.
Spoiler 100%.
Hope you guys enjoy Michael Jackson Forever. And as always, we hope you throw it straight. It's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later. All right, welcome back to the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. We are now joined by Graham and Josh of the Just Board It Podcast. What's going on, guys?
Hey guys,
How you
thanks for
doing?
having us.
Of course, man. All right, so
Appreciate it. You know,
it's going to be awkward. I mean, but it's late as fuck. What time is it by you guys right now?
2 in the morning.
That's what I thought. All right. So first of all, thank you for joining us. Like we know it's never easy getting up or staying up, I guess, right? Probably staying up would be the easiest.
yeah, stayed up.
I got you.
No,
For
I
sure.
went to bed and got back up.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys kind of came on my radar because I started seeing you guys pop up on social media, and obviously the cornhole community is like not that big. So when other people start doing a podcast or doing something, we tend to notice. And I started watching some of your guys' stuff. So I wanted to kind of get you guys on as guests and kind of see where we're going. So I know Josh just popped off. He'll hop back on in a second. We'll let him back in, but
He's so embarrassed.
it's
He
all
was
right. I
blushing.
mean,
He
listen,
had to
he
shut
had
off.
he let us know beforehand that he was having internet issues.
Yeah.
So it's just a constant. It's a podcast curse. We'll go with that. But so Graham, just talk to me a little bit. Like, where are you from exactly over there?
So I'm from Cheshire
Okay.
in England, so not far outside of Manchester.
Okay.
So Josh is down in sort of near Cambridge way. Like,
Okay. And he's relocated, I'm assuming.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's was over here through the military.
Okay. That's what I figured. I
Originally,
mean,
and then after he retired,
Yeah.
to
your guys' accents are a little different. We'll put it that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, I mean, I got you for sure. So, all right. So talk to me. How did you get involved in cornhole? Like, how did you find this?
it was a COVID thing. So
Oh, okay.
obviously no sport hardly anywhere. Everything shut down. Just doom scrolling through Facebook one day, and we've been like a big fan of a lot of American sports, like follow pages like ESPN Sports, stuff like that. And then the famous Damon Dennis and one shot just come up on my feed, and I was watching it. I was like, what's this? And then just like start watching more videos. And then before I know it, I've just deep dive, just watching loads of old content and then current stuff. And then it's like, I eventually got to the point where, yeah, I want to play this. That thing, and then
Was it easy to find in your area at first?
No, like I found it years before. It was probably about 2 years before I threw a competitive bag.
Okay.
From when I found it, so like I tried to get bags, so I reached out to a lot of companies like in the States, and a lot of them at the time weren't doing international shipping.
Yeah.
But shout out to Austin Reynard at Kill Shots. That they managed to hook me up with a set of bags.
Wow, that's the first shout out he's
Yeah.
gotten on this show in a long time.
Long
so,
time.
all right.
Yeah,
there you go,
and
Austin.
then all Cornhole as well. I got a set of their bags.
Yeah.
And then Big Daddy Cornhole got a set of their bags as well. So I had a few sets of bags to get going, and then I'm not handyman at all type thing.
Yeah.
It was like I started reaching out to like local woodworkers and that, like, is this something you can make? Like, send them like the details of cornhole boards. And with it being COVID, a lot of them weren't taking on new work or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, right. So eventually I ended up just making my own set of really crap boards.
Okay. I mean,
And then,
that's how we all started on him.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
And then it was just throwing in the garden, not even measured the distance, right? One end's throwing uphill, the other's throwing down.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly.
We still do that at my house.
Yeah,
There's
but
always
that's just
one
the-
that's slightly up, one slightly downhill,
Yeah,
one
one's
against the wind, with the
yeah.
wind. Yeah, as always.
You learn how to play it, and to me, like that's the beauty of cornhole. You can
for
really
sure.
set it up anywhere.
Absolutely.
Like, it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be level ground. It just added elements,
No,
levels the
absolutely.
playing field.
So how many like people play in your area now?
Me, I have to travel to Manchester's the local club for me.
Okay, but everything there is like 20 minutes away, right? I mean, you guys are like size of like
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes to an hour
Okay.
up the road is for me.
okay. How often do you play now?
As it is, I've not made many practice nights due to one thing or another, but the guy runs the club in Manchester. Well, Dan Lilly, I believe you guys know him.
We
He's
do.
been on the show, friend of the show.
Yeah, he's looking into new venues, so we're hoping to move to weekly.
Okay. So are you
Nice to
part
meet
of? Are you like a member of like the UKCL as well?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
That's the only time I've been getting to throw
Okay.
like recently.
Okay.
Their events, and we had the ACO over.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they're ACO affiliated, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
that again, Dan does that. Like,
They're
like
not
he's-
supposed to be.
Yeah. What no? What bags are you throwing these days, guys?
I have been throwing the Viper Oz.
Oh, okay.
Throwing them for a while, but recently our podcast got sponsored by Slicky Baggers Cornhole out of Switzerland. So they're Europe's only ACL stamped bag manufacturer. So they sponsored us. So we should be getting our bags within a week or so.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'll start throwing them.
Josh, now I think I was following along, like you did pretty well at a tournament recently, correct?
Yeah, finally.
Hey, listen, hey, brother.
I finally got a win.
It's been a very long time since I've been able to say that. So congratulations. What bags were you throwing?
I was throwing swag bag Wicked L's.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good
And then
bag.
I honestly, I switched to those because I threw my bazooka L's so much that they started to split.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
So, and I was like, man, I can't be in a game and let it split and, bag resin go everywhere. So I started using the Wicked L's. I've got a new set of bazooka L's I'm trying to break in right now, but yeah. So I mainly throw swag bags.
So Josh, how did you, okay. So obviously, I mean, your accent's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm from
we're
Oklahoma
originally. Okay. How long have you been over in England?
So on and off for 18 years.
Okay.
I was here the first time in 07.
Okay. And now you're permanently there?
I am.
Okay. You miss home ever?
I mean, yeah, I do. I do.
That's quite the climate change.
It's not even about the climate. I haven't lived in Oklahoma since I moved here the first time in 07.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, I miss it on occasion.
I get you. I mean, you got to miss the food at least.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But
For
yeah.
sure. All right. So you guys started the podcast about how long ago?
Well, it's been an idea for over 2 years.
Okay.
I'm that dickhead who all I need to do is just board it and I still shoot the ML. So Josh was always like, dude, just board it. So that's where the name comes from.
I like
We
it.
paired We paired up for the European Championships in Paris in 2023.
That's sweet.
And I probably said, just board it to him 200 times. And did he ever just board it?
Hell no.
Fuck no.
Hey,
Let
my
that shit
excuse is
fly.
I didn't travel to lay up.
Yeah,
all right.
correct.
Yeah.
I'm here to shoot my shot.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that, but
No one
you
ever
only need
remembers a guy
point
that
to
lays
beat
up.
The team you should have beat 21-0.
Yeah, chicks dig airmails though. You know what I mean?
That's very
Like,
true.
So I mean,
True.
what are we gonna do?
Flex your calf a little bit.
For sure.
You know?
All right, so you guys had the concept of the show, and then what kind of work did you guys have to put into it to like kind of finally get it going? Like what steps did you guys take to be like, like enough's enough, like let's start talking about this stuff?
Honestly, we put in less work than you think. Like we at the first tournament of this season, for the UKCL, we were sitting there and we were like, why do we keep just talking about this? And Graham's like, fine, I'll set up a Teams meeting for Monday and we'll just go for it. We'll just start recording an episode.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we did. And then we've just kind of really stuck with it. You guys inviting us on this show has really shown us though that, man, we might actually need to make it look a little more legit, not just two dudes.
Is it because our sign glows?
I mean,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's 6 years of grinding right now.
Exactly.
Get your sign like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
get
let
the
me tell you.
sign. It takes a minute.
That's I mean, if
The
that's
hardware though, that's all hard earned right up here above
Before
my
the
head,
podcast.
pre podcast, and then
we actually got
once
the
you
plug.
start talking about it, yeah, you get worse.
So what's the level of competition like out there? So obviously you guys have, I'm assuming you guys have experienced some of like the ACL pros as they come through. You see them play
Sure.
at the international tournaments. How would you guys rate like where the state of the game is there compared to like where it is here?
Infancy.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, it really is. And the problem comes, and we talk about this on our podcast a lot, because I mean, Graham travels some, but I travel quite a bit into the mainland Europe to go play in the ACL Europe tournaments. I'll be in Bitburg, Germany in a week and a half.
Sweet.
Or, well, just under a week and a half or so for that, the German Open and stuff like that. And it's the level in England's problem is we get to play in England four, maybe 5 times a year if we're lucky, because there's no venues to be had.
Yeah.
It's not like in the States where you can play every night of the week somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not like in mainland Europe where they're playing somewhere every weekend. I mean, Germany alone has like 50 different clubs that can host tournaments all around Germany. in England, venues would rather not make money than to give you any type of discount. And they worship badminton indoors. So you tend to lose out to badminton all the time. And then you go in there and you watch and it's like,
is that the kind of play? Is that because of the players?
Barely hitting it.
Is that because of the type of people that it attracts? No,
because most people don't know what it is.
Okay.
Honestly, most people think it's some sexual thing with, your guess is as good as mine, but yeah, so most people don't know about it. You try to grow it. It's just the fact that England's limited on space in their buildings. Most of their buildings are converted. I mean, you get more purpose-built buildings these days, but it becomes an issue of just trying to find the space.
It's tough. I mean, and you need to get the youth involved too, because honestly, that's why it's
the game changer.
Grown. Like it's forced all like the old boys to like really step their game up because they don't want to be losing to like a 9-year-old. You know what I mean? Like it really does help like getting the youth involved. But again, if it's not like readily available, like the youth is like it has to be right there in front of them or you're gone. Yeah. Like you lost them.
Oh, 100%. And you think because you're not playing all the time, it's you're not getting introduced to it in your backyard when you're a kid and all these things. Kids pick up other sports, and Saturday here is soccer. That's what's happening on a Saturday in this country, and rugby, soccer and rugby. Amen, outside of that, nobody's really interested in anything.
Did either one of you guys ever play rugby?
No, I'm 5'6". Like I'm a little dude, man.
Me too, brother. But I played rugby for.
I wish I had have done.
I think I played for 12 years, so it's my favorite sport by far. I love rugby. It's like the best.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I guess you'll have to come over and visit and go to a rugby match.
Hell yeah! Well,
that sounds amazing.
I think the goal is we're planning on trying to go over for like my 40th.
Yes,
like around that time. So. Which would be next year. So I think we're gonna try to go.
God damn, you're so old.
I know.
Jesus Christ,
I'm getting old as fuck. I know.
Oh my god.
Yes, thank you
gross.
thank you for that so much.
You're welcome.
So I was looking over you guys. I love the fact that you guys did like a draft for the first national. All right, I think it's a good starting point, but we got to go more than like just 2 singles, right? And 2 like you're just scratching the surface at that. But I thought the teams were actually drafted pretty well. Graham, I liked the start, the Eric Davis start in singles, thinking it's round limited. Yeah. It was clever, although he let you down. And then Devin Harbaugh is like one of those guys that like he's just not playing very well right now. And if he's not playing well, you can't pick him. And he just hasn't won shit. But he's a safe pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Birchfield and Hissner let you down big time. I think that was
more a player just picking star like I did with my Cheyenne pick straight off the bat.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like Devin.
But then you had Graham and Trzynski, which is a great pick. I mean, they're going to be a top 3 team by the end of the season for sure. But yeah, Cheyenne was just too easy.
The shoe in.
Josh gets Tony Smith. I mean, obviously it's kind of hard not to go with him at the top. Gavin Cano, man, if he could just get over the hump, he's like Devin Harbaugh, but only he's playing well.
That's kind of was my thing. I mean, he's thrown well this year.
Yes.
I feel like he's just due. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance on the kid.
And the doubles teams, Logan Chamberlain, Justin Byrne Jr., anytime they go to a tournament can win it. So they're a top 4 team for sure in power rankings, doubles all day, every day. I don't think there's really any question at this point. They're just so damn consistent. I don't know what we're going to get from Ellis and Harbaugh this year. And I love Ellis is a big ass member. We love Devin Harbaugh too. This could be a disastrous year. Neither one of them's playing very well.
They didn't have a horrible showing at National One together, right? Weren't they like
to be them?
I know, but yes. Like it was like what 5th in the bracket or something.
Yeah,
like
if they finish, but here, all right, let's ask this question: if they finish the season and they qualify next year comfortably, let's say they finish 20th.
Yeah, it's a letdown.
None of us are looking at that and be like, hey, they had a really great season.
Yeah, no, that's top 10.
Yeah, that's called you're forgettable.
Like, that should be a top 5 team.
No one remembers that shit.
But again, it's early. It's early.
It is. It is.
Well, it's a long season ahead of us.
For sure. I like the women's pick that you had though. Caitlin Allshouse is she's very close. She just needs to she's had a little yips on the broadcast, but I think if it's not round limited, I think she probably wins that game. I think she gets straight. I think she can beat Tennyson, and I think she can give Cheyenne a run for her money. We watched her play in person in Texas a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
she's really, really good.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, I heard y'all talking to her on last week's episode.
A little shy. I'm not gonna lie.
She was. She was. It was. That pick just came because a lot of the women's I've watched, and the matches that she's been on that court, I was like, you know what, she's coming up, and I thought I'd take a chance on her. For sure. And I mean, I love the fact that we're in the thick of it, because now it's like every other week we have like another national coming up.
Yeah,
and it's flying up here. Do you guys have any thoughts, feelings going into the next one? You have any? Yeah,
the fact that because it's broadcast, it's bad for us. Over here, it's bad for us. We don't get to watch that. There is no ESPN. We're not getting to see any of that. So when it goes to the broadcast, like all the finals, we just had to read about. We don't get to.
You guys can't do like a VPN.
Yeah.
So I've tried, and every time it's much like Netflix and YouTube TV. They can all pick up on it now.
Okay.
Oh shit, man! My VPN.
Well,
works
I'll
on
try.
Netflix
Okay,
still.
I'm trying to think. Are they this weekend? No, because the interstate. It's the following weekend.
No,
right?
it's next weekend when I'm in Germany.
Next weekend. All right. So when do we? Oh, we'll be in. All right. I mean, we have a golf outing, but if I'm still coherent, I'll try to live tweet during the event. So if you guys just follow me on Twitter, and I'll just try to live tweet like the stuff. I like doing it. Normally, what I'll do is I do that for the team's event, but I record it, and then I'll go back and I can let people know like this delayed reaction, and it's kind of fun just typing out exactly what I'm thinking out there and just like seeing people react to it. It's pretty fun.
It's funny too, because you don't, when he just rereads it back, it's just like literal thoughts. So then it might not make sense. Like he'll be like, oh man, like Jamie's really struggling. Oh, what a great shot from Jamie to win that game. Like it's just like one after another. Like you're just like, oh,
correct.
Okay, I guess that.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. That'll be fun.
Do you guys get to watch any of the teams events at all?
I watched what they had on the YouTube stream.
Okay.
With Norton and
Light
what's his
skin.
name when they were doing
Corey Gilbert.
Yeah.
Light
Gilbert.
skin. Yeah.
Man, because we had the pleasure of meeting Dean Norton and his family.
Oh, okay.
Last summer when they came over for the UK Open.
Hell yeah.
And great dude.
Yeah, he's
great
character
family
for sure.
Great kids and stuff. So it was fun, and so now we follow these guys a little more because we've met them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I watched the tandem, and I thought Dean and Corey, what a good tandem to have, because they're hilarious.
And the more you like start to interview like players and stuff like that, the more you start to learn like just like their personalities, and then you find yourself becoming more of a fan. Like I can't tell you how many times where I thought something about a player, and then we interviewed them, and afterwards I'm like, they're my new favorite player. Like I love them.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be great. But it is fun getting to know. I'm trying to think like who is the most recent one. Crabtree.
Yeah,
was one of them. Crabtree was just behind the scenes, like just super down to earth. Like I'd probably the Ethan Walker, another one.
Yeah,
Ethan Walker and I did not hit it off famously at first, but now we're like best buds. I love that dude. Like
So I need to send you guys a picture of Ethan Walker.
Okay.
I wish I could do it right now. When he was here for the World Cup last year,
we
went out to dinner after the last night. All of us, like a bunch of us.
Was he a little banged up?
The U.S. team, and he looked like he could have jumped. He could have been Darlene's girlfriend in back in the day. Like he looked like a '90s lesbian.
Ooh, I like that reference though.
All right,
I definitely get that. Okay, so how old are you guys?
I'm 45.
Okay.
Yeah, I turned 40 earlier this year.
All right, so we're all right around the same age. Dane's the spring chicken over here at like 35, but we're all about the same. So, Josh, like growing up, what were your like go-to like cartoons and stuff?
Growing up, cartoons. My son's really into The Simpsons right now, so I had to explain to him how I remember sitting down watching the very first episode. I remember it was like a family thing. We would sit down on a Sunday evening and watch The Simpsons and what's the Al Bundy one?
Married with Children?
Married with Children.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 10 years old sitting down to watch these shows and I have no business watching.
For sure. Yeah, we had our first like crush in that show. You know what I mean? Like we all fell in love for the first time watching that show kind of thing.
Yes, we did with Christina Applegate, 100%, and Peggy.
Hell yeah, take your pick. It didn't matter. At that age, we didn't care. We were picky. I mean, like,
but that's just something. But trying to explain to people that in the late '80s and early '90s, we really just did whatever we wanted.
I feel like your generation just missed out on like the pinnacle of cartoonage, because like we got full blown when Nickelodeon was just busting its nut all over, its green nut, like all over the universe. That was like in our heyday, like growing up. We got to experience that, and I feel like you're like the guys that are like 5, 6 years, 7 years older than me, like they just missed out on it, and I want you guys to have that so bad. But like,
I watched some, but I watched like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, okay,
like Ren and Stimpy
for sure.
But then
Rocco's. What about Rocco's? Do you
MTV.
remember like Rocco's Modern Life?
Yeah.
Okay. You were probably the perfect age when like South Park started.
Yeah.
I mean, still to this day, I watch it religiously.
Yeah,
like, still, it's just like amazing. Love South Park. Graham, you said before that you're a fan of like American sports as well.
Yeah.
So what are your like go to sport American sports you like?
It's mainly been NFL and basketball.
All right. So who are your teams? Tread lightly here.
So I've been Eagles fan for the whole time.
Oh, for like the last year. That's convenient. All right. Okay. Continue.
Again, it's like I am with baseball at the minute. I'm not really picked team. It was just watching, and one day watching Red Zone, Donovan McNabb like broke off like 5 or 6 tackles, launched it downfield 60 yards from the first time.
I get that for sure.
That was cool.
Hell yeah.
I like him. They're my team.
Sweet. And then they ended up with Michael Vick eventually. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They've had a nice little run there.
And then I've been a Lakers fan since pre-Kobe.
Okay.
And then not really been big on hockey, but started watching that a bit this season.
Yeah.
Again, not big team. And then I just found myself watching baseball all the time at the minute now that the season.
Well, hop on the Guardians bandwagon, baby. You can come on.
So I need to pick a team there. So I need to find out which one might piss Josh off the most and just cheer for them.
Are you an Atlanta fan being from Oklahoma?
Yeah, so
get the fuck out. What? You know what? Because you grew up because you were good in the 90s? Like, are you?
No. So, honest to God, obviously in the 80s, man, the only 2 teams that were on TV all the time was TBS and
that's fair,
WGN.
True. That's true.
And for whatever reason, I chose the Braves.
Well, you picked a good team.
Yeah.
Well,
it broke our hearts.
At that
Fuck
time,
you guys.
I mean, they were both sitting in about the same boat. Argument could be said because Chicago had good teams in the early 90s. They just never put it all together.
Yeah, well, those are the 2 teams that literally ripped our hearts out of our souls. Like 95.
1995, I'm sure, is deadly for you guys.
Yeah, it was like a very formative years in my sports fandom, and I just realized what heartache was, and that's been like my entire existence as a sports fan.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like, it's just.
And then with the fucking Florida Marlins.
Now we're holding out hope. We're holding out hope that the Cavaliers can get done this year. They looked very nice at game 1. So they just got to keep.
So did the Thunder.
Oh yeah, 100%. We said early on in the season we thought that was going to be our matchup.
Yeah,
we actually have a
do you
bet.
know what the difference is, though?
We actually have a bet with Logan Chamberlain about that.
All right. Did you happen to see any of the Golden State versus Houston matchup?
Oh God, was that terrible?
I did it.
Or like see any of the Grizzlies like play? Like the West
terrible.
Sucks.
They're so bad.
It's so bad. The West is just terrible basketball. And OKC came to Cleveland, and we just pushed their shit in twice.
Are you watching New York versus Detroit right now?
And Detroit,
it's 74
I
to
put Detroit
67
to win this series
through 3 quarters
over the Knicks, by the way. So they're going to knock them off in this
just
bitch.
Gross.
But anyways,
fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think the West is just bad.
Yeah.
OKC's a great team. They're the one team.
Yeah.
But the problem is they've been beaten up on all these schmucks all season.
Correct.
That when it comes time to playoff basketball against a East team that's in the finals, I think they're going to get their just shit blown out.
Whoa.
No matter who it is.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it ends up being Cleveland and Oklahoma City in the finals, you'll have to get me back on the podcast so one of us can talk shit to the other.
For sure.
I like it.
For sure.
I like it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Logan Champ. We were. When was it? With the TCL event. We saw him, and he was wearing an Oklahoma City jersey, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we had just gotten done beating them, but then they just beat us like the next night or something like that.
I'm sorry, but if you're anywhere in Texas, how are you not a Mavs or a Spurs fan? right? Because
it's easy. Just hop over and just do what's convenient, man.
I mean,
So
all
that's-
three of them though have been really good.
Like, we're from
OKC
Cleveland.
had great
Like,
runs. Like they're all really good.
If anyone had an excuse to go cheer for like other teams just because we suck,
true,
like
it's
it's us. Like it's us. We haven't had anything, but
I mean, we have
stay
like
true. We stay true.
we have English weather and shitty sports teams.
We were beating up
everywhere,
on the
so-
Yankees. I don't know if we ended up winning that game or not.
I mean, I saw Jose crushed a 3-run
He did,
homer, but
so we need to check on that
We'll
stuff.
just see.
So, all right, why don't we fire some random questions and we'll get into the draft.
Ooh.
Let's get loose before
yeah,
the draft. here.
we gotta just
We
throw
have a
them out
very
here.
we started the segment last week with our two guests where we're drafting, and we're gonna tease it just a little bit. We're gonna be drafting best aquatic animals, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm very excited.
All right, sorry, threw me through a loop, man.
So I know that's what
Wasn't
that's what we're doing.
expecting it.
But while you're waiting, if you're interested in checking supporting the show, you go to patreon.com/bigasscornhole podcast.
Actually, I'm curious, Josh. What's the most English thing about you now that you live in England?
Did you switch to tea?
I just had a cup of. I did just have a cup of tea.
I can see that being an easy switch.
That might be it. Terminology. I use a lot of English terminology, but
Dude, that'd be wild with your accent too.
no. So my ex-wife is English. My two kids are half and half. I call them little half breeds.
In America, that means something completely different. But all right,
Yeah, I got it. So, yeah, my daughter, she really has an English accent now, but when she was working on that to fit in, because when she moved here, she was about 9 years old. She needed to be able to fit in. And so, yeah, her accent was crazy because you'd get English, like this posh English accent with the Oklahoma twang.
hell yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Hell yeah. Well, so I was listening back to the show. I was telling Dane, I'm like, I know Graham's from England. I know that. But like if you don't really see somebody talk, sometimes like you hear them like I'm like, man, that's a one fucked up English accent. But I'm like, I think he's Southern. I'm like, and then I listened to it and I watched it today. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. He's definitely not English accent. So I'm like, that's a talking point. All right. You
I
got
have
one?
two good questions.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
First question here. Would you rather win a golf tournament for $1 million with no one watching
Okay.
or win an Olympic gold medal?
In golf?
Just an Olympic gold medal.
Oh,
Take
just
it-
any event?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Take it for what it will be.
Oh God, would no one watch it?
I'd rather win an Olympic gold medal.
Man, my student loans just went up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go medal as well, I think.
All right, what would it be in?
Cornhole if it gets there. Might be good.
If it gets
That'd
there.
be nice.
Dude, I'm sorry. Go give me the million.
Take the
I-
millie.
Give the milli.
What if
Yeah,
it
but
was
here's
like
the
a
thing.
PGA event that you won for $1 million? Would that change your mind?
No, if it's something that everybody gets to witness, yes, it does.
Because
Well,
you
it
think of the
doesn't.
sponsorship
I'd still love
money?
to win. What's that?
Thinking of that sponsorship money?
No, I'm thinking about how do you convince somebody you won a tournament if there's no one to witness it?
Oh, I don't need anyone to care.
Yeah.
Like, I just want the money. Like, just
Money.
give me the money and I'm good. Like, I don't care. I don't need any of the
Yeah, but
accolades or
I won-
anything. I'd be very
We
good at
got-
spending it too.
See, we played in the ACO Europe Major a couple months ago,
Okay.
and me and my partner got second in doubles, and there was no trophy. And I had the same mark. Everybody's like, "Well, but you won prize money." Oh, and I'm like, "Yeah, but I can't go around flashing prize money. You got that trophy to show people, hey, I accomplished this."
Listen, man, that's the big problem in the States that we're having right now is that those types of players are gone. Like everywhere you go, all people care about is like how much money you can win. What's this buy-in? Like, what a lot of people like if they'll go to like a blind draw. If they don't like their partner, they'll just leave.
Yeah, they'll just be
they'll
like,
just dip.
"Eh,
They'll
yeah, I'm
just
good."
leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
care too much about money, man. And we're the same way. We joined a cornhole league. We never knew we would actually win money. When he handed us a trophy, we're like, fuck yeah, like this is what we're here. And then he handed us like an envelope with cash. We're like, oh, what's this? And you're like, oh, you're winning. So I'm like, oh, I no idea. I
Did
thought
not know that
But
you
still-
won money.
I thought the $50 was just like to be part of the league. Like I
Yeah.
didn't think we were
But
actually
I
winning
still-
money.
For me, I don't understand the concept of rocking up to a tournament just so how much money you can win. Because let's be honest about this. We are decades away from it ever being substantial, life-changing kind of money.
Yeah.
Like $1 million winning a PGA event or a golf tournament, $1 million can change your life and your family's life. You walk up to a cornhole tournament. I think what's the highest payout I've seen in the ACL this year was like $5,000.
Yeah.
The winner took, didn't even take the full $5,000.
No.
That's not even a
That's
down
crazy.
payment on a car nowadays.
That might not even cover your whole
don't-
trip to like the
concept of-
next.
Exactly.
The concept of rocking up to a blind draw and going, oh, I can't win that $100. I'm just going to go ahead and leave. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I think it would be cool if the ACL incorporated certain things. Like if, let's say you take top 4 overall, right? Or like your top 2 in your bracket, that you're guaranteed like airfare and lodging at the next national.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just make it more interesting. Like you're adding a little bit of spice to the top. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you're going to get discounted rates anyways because
Yeah,
you're already putting
get
up the
blocks of
staff.
rooms
Like,
and stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
what's 2 extra rooms and like some airfare? You know what I mean? Like it seems like a pretty inexpensive way.
And guess
to,
what?
like,
You get to keep an eye on your top players because they're right there.
yeah, and it gives them something to play for. I mean, that's saving people a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like
For sure.
I don't know. I just always thought that they need to kind of go in that route. But
right.
yeah, give me the money, man. I know that potentially if I won a gold medal, I might be able to turn that into more money, but I'll take the guaranteed $1 million up front. And I'll be very happy with that. And I love golf too. So like just, yeah.
All right. Last question before our draft. If you trained a child from birth until their 21st birthday to face a gorilla, would you allow it? And do you think they would win?
You're talking about like hand-to-hand combat
Yes.
until they're how old?
21st birthday.
If I had to train it?
Yep.
It's got no hope if I'm doing it. Straight up.
I mean, I'm thinking of like Lance Palmer's dad kind of.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean,
but-
he's the dude literally beat
You just
up
have to
on
like
grizzly
ruin your
bears.
kid's whole life.
Exactly.
So no, I'm
But
gonna
then
say
they just
no.
become like a certified, like trained killer.
Yeah, I just don't think you could ever get strong enough. I mean, a gorilla would just like rip you in half. Like you're just done.
That's my thought.
Yeah, like I don't think like even like the biggest human
Yeah.
right now would just not stand a chance. I don't think.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we saw the Shaq against like next to a gorilla.
Yeah.
Like, Shaq would get destroyed by a gorilla.
That's what I'm saying. They would ragdoll Shaq, and that's why I'm like I had no idea. God. Yeah.
All right. I think
okay.
we're all just doubting our abilities, actually. But like, it says nothing about weapons. Like, what if you would like
Well, that's what I'm saying.
train
like,
the kid to be like really badass with like an I don't know, like
a gun.
I don't. That's a little too cheap. If you're gonna train him since birth, I mean, like
Yeah, make sure they don't miss the one time they need
the
to take
one
a fucking
shot
shot.
you need.
Yeah. Like literally,
that's
the one
actually a great point.
time. Josh, what branch of the military were you in?
I did 20 years in the Air Force. I retired in 2018.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, no problem. I get that sit on a couch and do nothing money now.
Hell yeah, man. What did you do in the Air Force?
Aircraft maintenance.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of our, you both have family members that are still in service. And most of my
Yeah.
best friends all went the career mode.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is still in the Air
yeah.
Force
Okay.
currently. So.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool ass dudes. All right.
Heck yeah.
So now it's the moment of
It's
truth.
it's the time. I wish actually
I've
we have
been-
like
yeah,
we
we
have
have
like
fun.
a song or something. I don't
We
know.
don't have a song,
Let's,
but we have something here.
Let's go with
Play one of our play one of our sound bites.
what's this
Pick
one? It's for the moment. It's for the moment. I don't know, which one are you feeling?
Just pick one. It doesn't matter. Just whatever you want to pick. I can't remember what all of them are. And you
All right, here we go. Our newest segment.
I got a booter.
All right.
So this is the big ass draft. So we are doing a random topic every week. We are being nice and we're letting the guests know what the topic is ahead of time. So we all come with some research.
Indeed.
This week's topic, and we didn't want to go food, all right, because we didn't know like what the were there going to be major differences between like our cuisine and yours, like where was it going to be? We didn't want to do like entertainment, so we're like trying to think of something completely off the wall. And I tasked Dane with this, and he sent me back. He's like, best aquatic animals, and I'm like, you know what? It's perfect. It's so random that like none of us are experts as far as I know, right, on aquatic. So we're just doing. So the topic is who are the coolest.
Yeah.
Coolest, right?
Just,
That's the
just
term you
because it's
use.
just a general
Correct.
term.
The
So
coolest
There's no gauge on it.
aquatic animals. Now, the first draft we posted, the results of, was the greatest athletes. I'm reluctant to say that Dane took that one down.
Yeep yeep.
Okay, so that
No.
means yes.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't think he actually won it.
I took
but
it down.
in my heart. I won for sure.
Okay.
But Dane won it based off the votes.
Caitlin didn't have bad picks, even for a 20-year-old. When you talk about just pure athleticism and pure dominance of their sports.
Oh yeah. No, I thought she did very well. Like it was actually pretty even. Dane pulled ahead a little bit at the end, but then me and Caitlin, I think, were tied pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
So Dane, because he won the first one, Dane's going to get the first pick of where he wants to draft. So he can take number 1 overall. And then I will let Graham, you can pick where you want to pick next. And then I'll take whatever's left over at the end. Then Josh, you can pick, and then I'll go whatever's left. Fair enough.
Sounds good to me.
Dane, do you know where you want to draft? What pick? It's a big decision here.
It is, but I feel like it's not really that hard of a decision.
It's not?
No, because I'm going to take number 1 overall.
Oh. So you're taking number 1 overall?
I am.
Okay. So Dane will be the first pick overall. Graham, where do you want to pick? Do you want 2, 3, or 4?
I took the risk. I got the turning hour thingy draft, and I think that worked out well for me. So I'll take the risk, and I'll take 4.
Take 4, okay. And then
I'll
Josh,
take
you
the
want
turn,
2 or
yeah.
3?
I'll take 3.
All right. So we're starting out. You guys are just letting us have the first 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Big deal. Wow. Okay.
All right. Sorry about this. Let me.
Sorry, I know you're trying to get
let me get all this
situated.
stuff situated.
Josh, and then Graham's 4. Josh. All right. So we're going to be drafting 5 each. It'll be a snake style draft, so we will give Graham the turn. That would have been a great, we picked 4. Oh, you idiot.
All right.
All right. So Dane's got his first pick. So what is your first pick of coolest aquatic animals?
I'm going with I don't know, in my opinion, the 1A when you think of aquatic animal, I'm thinking
baffled that you went this route. I cannot
thinking-
believe that you took this.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought for
man.
sure you're going a different route. That's why.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead. I'm not arguing that it's not a good pick. It's okay. I think there's a better option that I thought you were going to go with.
Okay,
But I'm
but
very happy to take
for
it with
me,
you.
I'm just thinking like it's part of like one of the most iconic movie series of all time, and I'm going with Great White Shark. You know, I mean, I think it's badass
Yeah.
of the sea.
I thought that's what I was going to get at number 2. So I would have been very happy with it.
Okay.
I think the coolest aquatic animal has to be the orca, right? They're super smart. They've murdered plenty of people, like the trainers and stuff like that. They made the blackfin that just makes you never want to go to SeaWorld again. They're just super interesting creatures. They live in pods. They've shown they can actually get depression and shit, when they're separated from their families. They're just super interesting, crazy smart.
glad that
Their fucking
that it's
powers. I'm pretty sure they
something you
eat
love.
great white sharks and other whales. That's literally what they do. So give me the alpha predator in the sea as the coolest aquatic animal.
And they have no natural predators either.
That's why I
The
mean.
fact that you had
I thought it was a
sell it
slam
that
dunk.
hard?
No, it was a slam dunk.
No.
Number 1 overall pick. I'll take it at 2. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you want to just say it's a slam dunk so you get people on your side, but
Yeah.
we all know in our hearts, Great White Shark is way scarier. We all saw Free Willy. Guess what? Beautiful creature. All right,
Another reason is cool.
not as cool as Jaws.
In Jaws,
Let's
you're
go.
murdering people. In Free Willy, you have Michael Jackson singing as Jesse's pointing up the sky and just hurtling them. Do you guys know this reference? You guys familiar with Free Willy? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hold me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we pass the music? That's the segment. I'm gonna have to find it for sure.
All right, Josh, what do we got?
All right.
Like my start.
Coolest. I got to go with the sea turtle.
Yep, I like it.
It's just laid
Just
back.
because.
Yeah, I can
I mean,
see
it
that.
just seems like
I could see you
the
being
laid
you
back-
kind of got a sea turtle vibe to you, man. I mean that with all due respect. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
like that.
So, Finding Nemo.
Yep, crush.
They're just cool dudes, man. Just riding the current, man.
That's a great pick. I enjoyed it, Graham. We got you up for back to back now.
Yeah. So since we're talking alphas, I'll go with the original alpha. Is it extinct? Is it not? megalodon.
You know what? I like this. Okay, so we gotta have a discussion. I think it's okay because they've proven that it did exist. We're not just throwing out like some mythical.
Did you do your
creatures.
research on that?
Megalodon?
Yeah,
they have.
because you were
I
questioning
know.
it
I did.
last night.
Yeah, because we actually brought this up, and I'm like, someone might take this, and I do think it should count because, like, they have proven that it did exist at one time. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
Panel, are you guys good with it?
I'm good.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
We
fine
said
with
we
it.
said
It was
extinct
like-
yeah.
can be
It was
part
on
of
my
it too.
short list.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And for 2, I'll go manta ray.
Oh,
Nice, yeah.
That's such a good one. That's really good. I like that. It was literally one of the ones I just wrote down. So fuck
I
you.
dig it.
Arguably the second.
Are you going to stick with the alliteration all the way down?
Megalodon, manta ray. Let's go with all M's.
I would like it. All right, Josh.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the octopus, man.
That's a good one.
Are we going to
They
be
got
specific?
They got 8 mini brains.
Are we going to be
if an arm
specific on which one?
I mean, I think we.
I didn't. I just said octopus. I probably should have gotten more specific on that.
Are you thinking like the largest one, like a giant octopus?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I think of with it.
Yeah.
So
I
all right,
agree.
we'll just
I agree.
some people, you know, they know their stuff when it comes to octopi. So I just want to make sure that we're specific.
Yeah.
I mean, we went down
I don't wanna get
to
eaten alive on that.
orca. So, you know, not all whales are off the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna go one that actually battles a whale. All right.
Okay.
It eats whales, sperm whales. It's a giant squid.
Nice.
Well, giant squid.
That was definitely going to be one of my next ones. The giantest of squids.
The giantest of squids. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Correct. Are you guys? I mean, I know you guys were probably. It's super late there. Is it just tea and like caffeine right now to keep it flowing?
No, I'm all right.
There were some parts undisclosed amounts. Jim Beam.
We're drinking a little of these Jameson orange spritz. They're fantastic. I don't know if you guys have had these before. They're fantastic. They go down way too easy.
Fantastic. All right, then my next one up is the largest mammal in the world. Travels some of the greatest distance of any animal. Let's go with the blue whale.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I like it just as pure size. It's intriguing.
And then for my back-to-back, I'm going to turn around
It's
and
a
go.
big turn. This is a big turn.
It is a big turn.
So you went
and
hardcore like Predator, and then you went just pure
majestic.
size.
Yeah,
size.
just something beautiful that like we all can enjoy
I'm
on
just,
this
trying to
earth.
stay with like your thought process.
Yeah,
here.
it's all over the map.
Yeah,
That's
it is,
usually
for sure.
how my brain works.
Okay, fair enough.
And this next one's going to be even a little bit more in left field, but it's a member of the jellyfish world,
Okay.
and it's a fascinating giant jellyfish named the Portuguese man of war.
Yeah,
so
this
I'm
is-
going to throw that one in here.
That was my next pick.
This is a very solid one. I'm going to go with one that is just a badass looking fish, and it was made famous because it had a set of goggles just slapped to its fucking face that said P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, right from Nemo. We're going with the anglerfish. All right, it's the one with the little dangler thing in the front, the huge fucking teeth. I think it's iconic. Everyone kind of knows what that fish looks. It's scary as fuck. I think it's cool.
You know what else is iconic from that movie? Bruce.
Yeah.
He's a great white shark. So there you go. Case in point. I don't remember an orca in Finding Nemo. Thank you.
They're too dangerous.
All right.
Correct. All right, Josh, it's on you.
All right, I'm gonna go with the stonefish.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
Cool looking
Only
fish.
because I got scuba certified when I lived in Okinawa, Japan, and man, they preach it all the time about watching out. Don't just stick your hand down on what you think is the coral reef or anything like that. So
Are they're
They're,
super poisonous?
yeah,
Yeah.
very venomous.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And they're
Okay.
just like invisible. Like you could not see them when they're laying down. Like it's
Yep.
disgusting. Man. All right, we got Graham for back-to-back again.
I'll go for sailfish, fastest
Sailfish,
fish in the
nice.
water.
Really nice.
Yeah. And then go for something a bit freaky looking, the Japanese spider crab.
Ooh.
Nice. Are those? Has anyone ever eaten one of those?
No,
No.
Yeah, I don't know if they're flavorful or not.
I did look at that one though.
They are sweet looking. I mean, they're massive.
Yeah.
All right, Josh.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with the Stingray.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any votes from Steve Irwin fans? for that
Yeah,
one?
exactly. Like,
No,
it's still
but
too
here's the
soon.
thing.
God damn it.
They're just something about them, man. They're just kind of a cool. It sucks that they killed a beloved person of the community, but
They're
yeah,
naturally
I
like a
the
very
Stingray.
curious creature. They like to come up to people. You know,
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm
it's
cheating.
different.
I know my list is going to kind of be like all over the place right now.
You're giving me shit about my list.
I
I
know.
mean, I just wanted to throw yours out here too.
I'm just trying to think of,
Orca,
like,
giant squid, anglerfish.
I want
Okay.
big names, right? I want recognizable names. People see it, be like,
Yeah,
oh,
you know,
I know
remember
what that
that
is.
classic movie about the anglerfish. Go on.
I'm going to go with a narwhal.
Narwhal, nice.
It's kind of
Bye,
majestic,
buddy.
giant fucking thing out of their nose. No one really knows a whole lot about them. Let's go narwhal. It's kind of safe.
I don't know if that's how you spell it. I kept saying normal. I don't know.
I'll get it.
All right, so I gotta close this out.
You
this
do.
Is this is the end here.
This is big.
I mean, two of my three are still left, so that's tough. But this first one, man, I don't know which one I want to.
Well, if you have three of them, just pick one of them. There's one of them got to be your favorite of the three. Go with that one first.
All right, we're gonna do the Nile crocodile.
Largest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last one. Yeah, I'm gonna do a walrus.
Just start. All right. That was the big decision.
It was.
All
It
right.
was. Let's see if anyone takes my last one. All right, Sean, close it out. End your losing draft already.
I won the next one, asshole. So, do I want to go like recognizable? I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I'm torn because I think an orca is technically considered one, but because they're not actually a whale. I think the fact that no one's picked dolphin yet, so like,
Are you going bottlenose dolphin?
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really kind of surprised that they're still there, but I feel like I can't just pass them up.
I mean,
It's a recognizable one.
yeah, but Flipper
I got a
hasn't
lot of
really
I got
been
a
a
lot of
thing
brains
for a while.
I got a lot of brains on my team, and then some brawn, so I'm good. I'm fine. I like it.
Yeah, it's just like Flipper hasn't been a thing for a minute, so like, it's not as at the forefront.
That's
of
why
everyone's
it's my
mind.
fifth pick.
Exactly.
So
That's why I was still left.
thank you.
All right, Josh, rounding it off.
I'm gonna go with the whale shark.
Ooh, oldest,
Like
right?
it.
Isn't
No,
it?
no, that's the Greenland shark. Newfoundland.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
something.
Yeah.
Whale shark.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
So
Whale shark's
again,
massive.
just because I was in Okinawa and there are a lot of them out in that area.
And to close this out, Graham, no pressure here.
The last.
I mean, what are you going
of
to
the
follow up
last.
Japanese spider crab with? I mean, that's going to be kind of tough.
Oh, I've got two, and one of them's like really random and out.
I mean, you might as well with this team.
And then the other, they look kind of cool, and they pack a hell of a punch. So I'll go with the mantis shrimp.
Yeah, mantis
Yeah,
shrimp.
dude, I was
Man,
gonna
you
go with
picked
them.
it.
I know.
that
I
was
almost
my
did.
last one.
There's that one, and there's another one that like does like a little ring of like a bubble, and it pops in their face. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
They both kind of sound cool.
The mantis shrimp, though,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
stuff's incredible. That it like breaks the sound barrier and like boils water. It hits so hard, like it's nuts.
Yeah, they say it's like the.
So I chose walrus over mantis shrimp. That was that was literally my last one of the three I had left. So yeah, I mean, I like our picks. So I'll just run down. So
Yeah.
Graham went with megalodon, manta ray, sailfish, Japanese spider crab, mantis shrimp. Josh taking sea turtle, giant octopus, stonefish, stingray, whale shark. Sean, orca, lame, giant squid, anglerfish, narwhal, bottlenose dolphin. Dane with the winning team with great white shark, blue whale, Portuguese man o' war, Nile crocodile, and your classic walrus.
Your classic walrus. Just to round it out there. Just a well-balanced meal.
Yep.
Guys, so how can people find your podcast? So obviously most people that are listening to this are, fans of Cornhole. They're looking for as much content as they can out there. What's the best way? Where can they find your guys' podcast?
So with Facebook and Instagram is Just Bought It Podcast. I believe that's me.
Yeah.
Instagram is literally just Bought It Podcast, all one word.
Okay. And then Facebook is where they can go to listen to the podcast right now?
Well, Spotify or YouTube.
Okay. Spotify and
Sweet.
YouTube. Okay. So go subscribe if you're listening, if you're a YouTube podcaster.
Yeah,
For
hit
sure.
the follow
go subscribe.
button.
Yeah, go
on
subscribe on
Facebook.
YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So, but thank you guys for joining us. I know, thank you. I know it's super late there. Yeah, I know it's super late there. So appreciate you guys taking the time out of your nights to take a hop on.
Appreciate it. Just having us on.
Of course.
Thanks, guys.
Listen, we want
appreciate
to help out anyone that's new. I know, despite what people think, like eventually it does become like a decent amount of work, and it's more just a consistency thing. Yeah, I mean, so just keep grinding, put it out there. We know it's like it can be tedious at times, but if you just keep putting it out there, people start to notice it.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Course,
All right,
guys.
so we'll let the folks go at home. We'll have you guys hang on for just a minute, and then hope you guys enjoy the interview. We'll be back with more audio gold next week. But as always, we hope you throw it straight. And it's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.
Recording stopped.
And easy.